This news story was produced by Cogeco North Bay News. To watch the full newscast, tune into channels 12 or 700 live at 5:30 p.m. Monday to Friday.
For 71 years since the Cubbies went to the World Series. For 96-year-old North Bay-based Cubs fan Tony Demarco, it's a dream come true, of course. The owner of the legendary old store that bore the family name has been a Cubs fan since the 30s. Daughter Lisa had no choice. She's a Cubs fan too, and she talked about how her father reflected on the big win on the weekend.
He cried. He cried for an hour. He wouldn't go to bed until about 2:30 in the morning when WGN finished all their broadcasting. And when he woke up the next morning, he asked me, "Did that really happen?"
Followed him all these years. And of course, when Ferguson Jenkins went there, that made a big difference to being Canadian, you know. And I took Lisa to Montreal to see Ferguson Jenkins pitch.
We were raised as Cub fans. I mean, there was no Blue Jays around in those days. We were raised as Cub fans. My dad took me to my first game at Jerry Park when I was 10 years old. So it's just always been part of who we are, and we make a family trip every year. We go down to see the Jays or the Cubs, and it's just become part of our family tradition.
Part of that tradition was a trip to the World Series in 1945, as Tony and two friends saw games 2 and 3 between the Cubs and the Tigers at Old Brick Stadium.
3 of us were playing with Garland's fastball team in the City League here. Shortstop, Jumbo Jurek, and the pitcher, Harry Birch, and we decided to go to the World Series. We didn't have any tickets, but had cousins in Windsor that were going to try and get tickets for us. We ended up with standing room.
But a friendly stadium employee gave Tony a better view of the game.
What happened, I talked to one of the ushers. He got a cushion and sat me in the aisle behind home plate, sat me on the steps. I watched the game from the sitting on the steps.
So after all these years and after crying after they won the National League Championship Series, what's Tony going to do if the Cubs actually do it and win the World Series for the first time in 108 years?
I'd be really excited. I couldn't believe the other night we were playing the best pitcher in the National League, and we won. It was very exciting.
And if they do win, the party won't just be in Chicago. It will extend all the way to North Bay.
If you are interested in watching Cogeco North Bay News, you can become a subscriber by calling 1-800-267-9000.